Okay, it is started now. It is Superman time, baby. Um,
Still. There we go.
my illustrious co-host. Should I call you
Yep, that's it.
Dynamic Duo Productions, or should I actually say your actual name? Um, or
That's a
Blue
good
Team.
question. Yeah, those sure works. I just got tons of playback audio. Whew. Sorry, my brain for a second.
Yeah. So basically, uh, I'm watching Superman tomorrow. My buddy here is watching it. Is it Saturday?
Yes, Saturday morning.
Though he has confessed to watching half the movie on TikTok,
That's not important.
as James Gunn intended.
Yeah, yeah. James Gunn intended. Hey. I'm feeling pleasant theaters. That's all I'm. I'm at for it.
um, yeah,
He
I,
still gets my money.
I guess to start with, what have you been doing to prepare to watch this movie?
Well, actually, just yesterday, before I saw it on TikTok, I was just rewatched Christopher Reeve's first
As you should.
Superman of the movie. Yeah, and this nice rewatch. It was reminded me of why Superman's great.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched that
um,
like 2 nights ago. It's
yeah,
so
it's a
good.
great movie.
I
I
was
haven't done quite enough to prepare, to be honest with you, other than just counting down the days and watching the review scores.
have you rewatched any like Smallville? I mean, like if you did,
Uh,
if you, I mean, clearly uh, there are totally people watching this. Clearly the people watching this don't know the many like detailed Smallville conversations we have, but you know,
Yeah, I mean, I'm still in the middle of my Smallville rewatch, so I think
oh,
we're on
where are you at?
at the end of season 8,
I'm
so we're pretty deep into it.
yeah, I'm rewatching with my dad for his first time. It's been very sporadic because
Yeah,
he works, I work. I was at college for a while. Um, but we just started season 5. Um, we we're on like episode 3 now. Um, and man, is like the opening of that season like insane, like absolutely bonkers.
oh yeah, that's insane.
And it feels like a big shift. Uh,
Yeah, it's a
part
massive shift.
part
Isn't
part
that when the title changes too? The opening
Yeah,
titles.
the whole theme song changes. Plus, uh, I think after season 4, and you know, like uh, like disclaimer, not all of season 4 is bad. Um, I mean, I don't really care for the witches. But
No, that was awful.
but there's a lot of good juice, here and there with like the Lex and Clark dynamic. I even think the finale is pretty good. But after that season, which like went way too much into the, I'm not gonna say camp because I don't think like camp is like inherently bad. Um, but it went too much into
Cringe
the
camp.
like cringe soap opera CW ness of it. Um,
Yeah.
because up until that point, it was a lot more balanced. Um, and then when you hit like season 5, it feels like it's bringing things back to normal kind of thing.
Hmm.
Especially like at the end of like episode 2. Like I don't know like when the last time you watched it, but like you know like Clark just socking Lex in the face is
Oh yeah, yeah, I
one
remember
one of the
that.
most devastating scenes in the show. Um, which that's really the first point where I'm like, there might not be like any turning back for these two characters.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I would agree there.
Um, and that hits at the point of what I'm excited for the Superman movie, which is like the Lex Clark dynamic, which I don't. There's not been a Superman film, I think, ever that has hit on the type of dynamic that Smallville did, that Birthright did, um, or even like the Silver Age comics or All Star Superman. Um, but it really feels like, from what we've seen, that this movie is doing that. Like how are you
I will
feeling about
say,
that?
I will say, I got I got a good glimpse of that dynamic. It is very good.
I do
It is
think
a very good dynamic.
I do think it's fascinating that uh, both Clark and Lex grew up on Smallville. Like, this is the first Superman and Lex Luthor to grow up watching Smallville and have that like figure into how they depict these characters.
Yeah,
Like, that's
that's
crazy.
true.
That's crazy. That's generational right there. It's generational. I've decided that that's generational.
To be
Um,
honest, it really is.
because I mean, oh, I'm being told I should check the live chat because I'm not actually looking at this. Should I be worried? Should I be worried?
um,
Ain't no way, bro, is live
oh God.
streaming. The guest has a bit of an echo. Good sex, bad legs poster. Where'd that come from? Uh, which season? That I feel like that would have been like either season 5 or like season 6. I mean, that's where like the real
Mhm.
love
Yeah,
triangle stuff erupts.
yeah,
Um,
that's season 6,
like
definitely.
it's teased at in like in season at the end of season 4 a bit. As well
Yeah.
as like when Lex is split, there's a little bit of that stuff.
Mhm.
Because he wanted to make kissy kissy with Kristen Kruk, and I mean, like, who wouldn't? But uh,
Fair enough.
you know, consensually, which that was not. That was
And
a bad Lex. That was a very bad Lex.
yeah, just bad legs.
That was a great episode though.
Yeah, it was a really good
That
episode.
that like that on like rewatching that recently, I was like, this is most definitely one of the greatest episodes of Smallville. Like, that's right next to like Lexmas for me. And it is kind of funny how like I feel like all of the best episodes of Smallville are like Michael Rosenbaum centric.
They really are, actually.
Because I
I
feel
think
like
every single episode
they
that's like
he was all
considered the best.
he was always like the best written character. And
Yeah,
I think it kind of shows itself when he's not on the show, because like the
yeah,
show is built around that dynamic. Um,
yeah. It really does. You can tell the difference when
mm,
he's not there in season 8.
I don't think those seasons are like worthless or anything. Um,
You
because
can just tell there's a big difference.
it feels so different. Uh, I, I, I mean, I don't think you could say it's a better difference. But I also wouldn't say like it's a like I wouldn't say they're like that you shouldn't watch those seasons. It's a weird
Right.
thing. It doesn't feel like the same show anymore at that point.
No, no, it really doesn't.
And
It's
I do think it was just a bad decision to not have Lex, uh, especially when you're moving to Metropolis. Like, why wouldn't you have Lex?
Yeah, what was the reason? Do you remember what they said the
Um,
reason was why Michael
was
Rosenbaum
was
just?
he like going on to another show or something? Um,
Yeah, I think it had something to do with that. Yeah, like his contract was up, and I was like, yeah, I want to try to do something else now.
I wish they would have like worked around it
You
because
know,
there's just there is no Smallville without Michael Rosenbaum.
nah, there's really not.
Um, yeah, and this is like no shade to like like Erica Durant's because she's golden. She's one of, if not the greatest, Lois Lane. Um,
Ooh,
I,
I second this.
I just wanted to say that because there's a clear emphasis on Lois Lane in those years, so that's like no slight against you know one of the greatest uh, people to play that character.
Mm,
But if we had gotten more of her playing against Michael Rosenbaum as Lois and Lex, imagine that.
I love every like Lois versus Lex
Yes, there was just
scene.
feel like there was so much missed like potential in that dynamic.
Yeah, there definitely was a lot of missed potential in that dynamic.
We love TV scheduling, contracts, and the influence on the writing and character appearances. It it's
It
so devastating. Um,
really
the
is.
like the particular like just the random things that could completely throw a show out of whack. Um, with like no sign of warning.
Yeah, happens way too often too. I
Yeah,
mean, I get it, but it just sucks.
yeah. It's just like I I th- I think there are just some things you have to work around someone's schedule instead of writing them off the show because uh, that was not that was not done well in the case of Lex.
I feel like part of that, especially was with the time being cable
It's
television,
true.
the fact that they have a certain deadline
Yeah, it's
really the same today. But the problem is we've traded off with that for really short seasons
yeah. I
and really long time between
I
seasons.
do not like
That's the only
I do not like the state of television right now. I
no.
like I like a lot of the shows that are coming out right now. Like Severance is cool. You know, Mythic Quest is cool. Well, and Mythic Quest isn't even that like short, but like there's a lot of good streaming shows. But I feel like we're missing some core ideals of like how TV works when we make it these like
Mm-hmm.
short prestige things. You know,
Yeah.
uh, I don't feel like we should like sacrifice episodic television for these prestige TV shows that like take 5 years to make.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Stranger Things.
it's not sustainable. Um, there's a reason that I waited a long time to start Stranger Things, but
Yeah.
also there's I mean now there's even greater reasons for me to not watch Stranger Things. um,
Yeah, that is true. Supposed
man,
to end in December, I believe.
yeah,
Finally.
but man that kid sucks. I forget his name, but he sucks. I hate him.
Name of the name. Oh, it's right on my tongue. Plays Will.
Yeah, he's just I am I'm a very
Noah.
I'm a very understanding person when it comes to celebrities because like I don't know you, you don't know me, but the you, he's an awful person. He's just an awful person. There's no two
Yeah.
ways about it. Um, yeah. Let's talk about Superman.
Yeah, that's good. get back on that. Speaking of, actually, um, how do you think they're going to handle the Moravia plot?
I'm still a little edgy over that. Um, I'm hoping it's good. I'm really really hoping. Um,
What are you expecting? What are you hoping to
I
happen?
I think it's a testy thing because to even make commentary about that in a superhero movie, you risk the potential of trivializing it because it's a
Mm-hmm.
very real thing. It's you can't punch genocide. um
Yeah,
uh and then at the same time, if you try to do the two sides bad thing, that's also bad. Um but I also don't think that there shouldn't be commentary on real world events. But, you
yeah.
know, I don't I don't buy a mainstream Hollywood movie doing that well because there are so many monetary interests that play into how a movie is made.
I will say,
Um, like,
so far from what I've seen, it is better than you would expect, but I can't say yet if it's 100% stuck the landing. But I will say, I think it's better than we expected it to be. But I'll leave it at that.
okay, I'm not sure if it's showing your comment now. Um, sorry, he was doing a comment and it held it for review because he swore. Um, but yes, Noah Schnapp does suck. And isn't Brett Gelman? He's like the older guy that does the computer stuff. I don't know. Um, I have an image of him in my brain. Um, also, quick defense of the
Oh, that guy.
I don't
That's
really
insane.
care about the breaks. Like I can forgive breaks. Also, I'm not gonna do a full diatribe on Stranger Things. But uh, yeah, I don't really care about the breaks. I just personally prefer a 20 episode season. Um, I That's not saying uh, short prestige television isn't good. Like I said, Severance is incredible. Um, I mean the original Daredevil show, that's great.
Yes,
Um,
I think it really does depend
it
on the show, but
I,
I
ju-
feel like,
I just don't think it should be everything.
yes,
Um,
exactly.
it's because that's not sustainable whatsoever.
No,
Um,
it's not.
Also, I like filler episodes. I don't really want that to go away because
That,
I like the ability to kind of just build characters while the plot doesn't really matter. Uh,
yeah, I feel like a lot of people like over hate on filler episodes because they don't really
because
understand the purpose of them.
I think I think people have become more enraptured with long unfolding plots
Hmm.
than character work, and I think
Yeah,
long unfolding plots are cool. I love Twin Peaks. You know I love Gravity Falls. I love I love what Daredevil was able to do. I love even the Arrowverse was able to do stuff like that. Um, but I think character work should come first. I
yeah,
think everything else follows. Yeah, The Fly is a good episode. Um, Oh yeah, the breaks leading to them being 20-year-olds playing 15-year-olds. Hey, I mean, at least it's accurate to who would be casted as a teenager in the 80s. Um um
Yeah, that is actually true.
but I will say some other stuff I've been watching to like prepare. Like I said, I watched Superman the movie with my dad, who I'll be watching Superman, not Superman the movie, just Superman. I'll be watching it with him tomorrow. I also watched All Star Superman with him, which was Dwayne McDuffie's last work. Was that movie? Terrific movie. Um, I watched Batman Superman Public Enemies with him.
I
Um,
need to rewatch that.
Really good movie. There's only like two things I really don't like about that movie, and they really only pertain to the fact that Jeff Loeb is a creepy person. Um,
Oh,
and it's
oh, yeah, I know what you're
uh
talking about. Yeah,
one, it's Lex Luthor forcing himself on Waller. That shouldn't exist. That it shouldn't exist.
no.
That scene should not exist. Um, and then
Mm.
there's little things with Power Girl that I really hate. Um,
Power Girl has always been problematic, I would say,
yeah, well, like sh- she's had good
with
stories,
certain writers.
but she is written by men too much.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that's all.
It's not the character in herself,
Yeah,
it's
I I
just the
I
fact
I
that
will never
most
get I
writers.
will never get over that stupid page. I forget who wrote it, but there's like a page in a comic where she explains why the like boob window exists.
Mhm.
And it's because she left this opening so she would think of like an emblem like Superman, and then she never thought of it. She never thought of it, so she just left it open. And
That's so stupid.
it's so stupid. And yeah, you didn't need to explain it. I like my problem isn't with that it exists. That's fine. um, you know, but the fact that you needed to explain it and it was such an awful explanation is
Yeah,
is my problem with it, because it's such a laughable thing. The fact that you
it's
put
yeah,
that in her mouth, like, dude, um, yeah. I mean,
yeah,
justice for Power Girl. We need to get a good writer for her. Um,
yeah.
I mean, man, they even that like recent Power Girl comic, which was like a miniseries, was not very good either. Um, I'd be interested to see like someone get on the character and like do something really interesting with her. Um, I'd find it I'd be very curious to see like what like Ann Nesenti or like G Willow Wilson would do with a character like Power Girl. I'd be very curious. Uh,
Yeah.
I think that's the bulk of what I've been doing. Was yeah, it was Public Enemies, All Star Superman, Superman the movie, and watching a lot of Smallville.
You know, I want to get more into the animated side of Superman again.
Yeah, you
Um,
gotta. I
like Superman the animated series, My Adventures with Superman. I gotta watch both of those.
I did I
Um,
did finish uh my adventures last season. Like not like purposefully in preparation for this, but I finished that a little while ago. It was a really good season. I
So you pretty much like My Adventures of Superman quite a bit, huh?
I really love that show. The only thing, and it's a criticism that I think a lot of people have levied toward the show, and I think it's pretty valid. The villain designs kind of leave a little bit to be desired. Um,
Yeah, that would probably be the biggest thing.
it doesn't like break my experience or anything, but uh, I definitely think we need a little bit more sauce there.
Yeah.
I do like the parasite design. I think that was cool. The like
Well, I'm gonna look at that again.
gigantic kaiju. I like Parasite as a kaiju. It's interesting.
Like in Man of Tomorrow. Did you watch Man of Tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll watch Man of Tomorrow. I
I thought
like
that was pretty good. I don't think it was.
I like Man of Tomorrow, but like right after that movie, they decided to give up.
I don't understand what happened. Long Halloween was okay. It was
I
pretty decent.
I I do think at this point we should just do what they were doing with the animated movies like in the early 2000s, which is like when you're adapting
Mm-hmm.
a comic, do it in the style of the comic. Like imagine a Long Halloween movie
Yeah.
in the style of Tim Sale. Um or
Yeah.
like imagine like if they did, uh Court of Owls. They did Court of Owls in the style of Greco Polo. That would be awesome. Um or
That's the
if
way they adapted it in freaking
or
Batman versus Robin.
you're gonna make me cry on stream. Um. Oh yeah, you need to finish season one. Is watch season two of My Adventures with Superman. Yeah, watch it right now. I love that show. My Adventures is awesome. And yes,
Yeah.
I'm very excited for My Adventures with Green Lantern. Um, if you're curious about the reading material for Jessica Cruz Green Lantern, you should really check out my video about Jessica Cruz and why she's awesome. Um, and yeah,
You should.
I
You absolutely should.
agreed on being mixed on the villain designs. They need to up the sauce department. I'm just gonna say. Um,
Yeah, that seems to be like a modern problem.
yeah, it's just over technological. I don't really get why. Um,
Yeah,
man, we keep
like, don't get me wrong,
go
I
on.
like Superman to be sci-fi and stuff, but
But it
not technologically sci-fi.
yeah, I it's hard to describe. It's a weird like design motif, but it just ends up looking bland.
Mm-hmm.
It's they're like robot suits basically.
Yeah,
Um, but they don't have any contrasting colors. They don't have um, you know, they don't. There's no color theory at play in like how those characters are designed.
no, no,
Also
no.
like um, I know one of the villains is technically Leonard Snart, I believe, but he doesn't ever do any cold stuff, which which made me mad, especially when you have Heat Wave.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe they're saving that for My Adventures with the Flash.
Yeah,
That will never happen.
I'm just glad they didn't
Um,
I'm glad they didn't jump immediately to doing My Adventures with Batman show because that would have been like the sign of the end.
yeah.
Because like I love Batman as much as the next guy, but we need to let other characters do their thing without Batman
Alright, we're
being
getting Cape Crusader
associated.
anyway.
Yeah, I I'm very curious what season two is going to be like for Cape Crusader. Um,
I am too.
I did really like that first season. Um, I definitely think there's like certain areas they can go harder on, like
Mm,
using the time period a lot more. Um,
yeah.
I you know to each their own, but like I've heard this criticism, and I agree with this criticism, is that like there are prominent there are prominent black characters in Cape Crusader, and this is the 1930s. um,
Yeah.
like alternate universe, alternate like historical timeline, sure, but
Mhm.
no history is that alternate.
Yeah.
um, I just I think it would be interesting if they played with that a little bit. Um,
Yeah, that'd be interesting. It's not that's something a lot of people seem to be afraid of doing
I
because of certain people.
Yeah, but like I mean, like I think I think we already jumped that fence with like Renee, staying true to
Oh yeah,
Renee
absolutely.
Montoya, um, which I thought she was one of the best parts of that season.
Oh,
Um,
I thought that part was awesome.
I mean, I definitely think like Harley Quinn was probably my favorite villain.
Hmm.
Um, besides like, no, honestly, I think she was probably my
I
favorite
don't
villain.
remember. It's been so long since we
Yeah,
watched it.
yeah. I mean,
Clayface was good.
we just yeah. I like Two Face well enough. I think it needed a little bit more time to
I just feel like we
cook.
got both Clayface and Two Face.
That's true. Clayface was
You
fun.
know,
Clay.
Batman likes Two Face films. Yeah. I also find the Robin thing to be a little weird.
Yeah, they were killing all the Robins.
It's like this is interesting.
Yeah, I have an artist friend on Twitter, Ahmed Rafat. I'm sure I'm butchering his last name, uh, but he's a great artist. And he has this really cool concept, for like a Ra's al Ghul, um, Cape Crusader episode. Um,
He's so cool.
I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's deeply rooted in like actual history. And
Mhm.
hopefully he gets into that writer's room at some point.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. The British Goal
Yeah,
in that setting
it would be
would
so
be so
it would be
cool.
so cool. I just love Ray Cool. He's awesome.
Yeah. I never used to be a huge fan of him until I grew up.
It was David Warner that like really sold me on him. Um, in Batman animated series, because that voice always like those were the episodes that I like rewatched a lot. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and
James Quest.
yeah, and he played Jor-El too in like one of the Superman shows. I forget which one. Um,
Was it SS?
I don't think so, but it was David Warner. I just remember looking at the Wikipedia, and it was Ra's al Ghul and Jor-El. Um, and I was
Hmm.
always like, that's the weirdest thing ever. Um, but there was always remember that Superman Batman crossover with Ra's al Ghul, like most bonkers like crossover ever. Um, where Ra's al Ghul is trying to steal Superman's powers.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then the ending of the episode is like so legendary. You have like Batman riding off in his like Batwing, and then you have Superman flying alongside of him.
You know, I still gotta do that watch of the quote unquote timeline order of the DCAU.
You should. Um, I've been rewatching a lot of DCAU recently. Um, some JLU, a lot of Batman animated series per usual. Um,
Yeah, that's more just a hobby at this point.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, part-time job almost.
It's true. It's true. I mean, it was just like that was my life when I was a kid. Definitely. I had all the DVDs and I just I watched and watched and rewatched and rewatched. You know,
Yeah.
and I'd say till I couldn't anymore, but I just never stopped. Um, I would study the wikis.
That's awesome. Yeah, I actually grew up on mostly spectacular Spider-Man and Spider-Man animated series.
Yeah.
I'd say in terms of shows, probably those would be the biggest. And Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Oh, see ya, Tyrannopus.
Where
Um, yeah. I mean, you always were the Spider-Man guy. Um,
that is true. That is
I
true.
I won't say that I don't love Spider-Man because I do. Um, but I will I will
Not
I
the
will I will
go-to
give
for
that to you.
incomparable.
I will I will give that to you, my friend.
I appreciate that for sure.
Though I'm taking Batman guy. I'm taking Batman guy.
Yeah, yeah. You kind of it's kind of in the name.
You could never match my freak.
That's wild. Bat free. Yeah, you're bat free.
I feel like that could be like a like '90s punk song for like a Batman movie. Bat Freak.
Bat free.
I feel like that would be a song they do for like a Batman Beyond movie or something. They have like an alt rock like or a
Oh,
punk
definitely.
punk band or whatever. Do you remember those
Yeah,
music videos for Batman Beyond Return of the Joker?
I do not.
They had it on
Honestly,
the
that
they had it
idea.
on the DVD. Um, I just remember them. They were very very interesting. Um, to
No, I gotta
actually
watch those.
to actually get back to what we're supposed to talk about, which is Superman. Um,
Superman.
what got you into Superman?
That's actually a very good question. I don't know that I can really say for sure because the Superman I grew up on was Brandon Routh's, which is, I mean, yeah, it's one movie. So I mean, I didn't get the greatest like start on Superman. I would say it was Superman 2 that I think made me more interested in the character overall.
Right.
Um, because that was my mom's favorite Superman movie, so we used to watch that sometimes.
That's actually a goaded choice
Um,
from your mom.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, that one was my favorite for a long time too. Um, but I think hmm, I like I liked Superman, but I didn't really love him until probably my first time watching Smallville.
Yes. It was
I,
Smallville.
I I'm 90% certain that it was Smallville, which was only 5 years ago.
Isn't
which
that
is crazy.
isn't that
I
as
mean,
old as our friendship?
pretty much, yeah. Well,
We've gone the
I mean,
full Superman ride.
I remember Superman showing up in Supergirl, and I hadn't watched Supergirl at the time, but I saw that happen. I had to watch that episode. I was interested in that. There's like a weird draw to him without being like a big fan of him.
Right.
Like he was like maybe top 20 heroes, not even really top 10 at that point. And if he was top 10, he'd probably be low top 10. Now he's number 3. So there you have it. But um, I did like I oddly enough, this is gonna sound crazy, but Batman versus Superman did play a hand in liking Superman as well.
Oh, do tell. We we
So I
we
remember,
we are gonna be a positive Superman live stream, and try not to disparage any interpretations of the character.
yes. So I remember in 2013, I saw Man of Steel in theaters with my dad. I liked it, but I didn't think a whole lot of it, to be honest.
Right.
Um, I don't know at the time. I just wasn't super into Superman. So when I was watching, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is good. I like this." But it wasn't like something I was obsessed with, like Amazing Spider-Man,
Yeah,
for example.
yeah, bro is like, Superman just isn't like, he isn't interesting enough. That's
Yeah, and then Batman v Superman. I'll be honest, I wasn't there for Batman. I'll admit
fair.
it, but I did like Superman in that movie. But it isn't really where I fell in love with the character. It's just more like, this guy is cool. Um,
Yeah,
I do
that's
truly
valid.
think Smallville is where I ended up falling in love with the character.
Yeah,
I think that's when I was like, yep, there it
I
is.
think Smallville is the best place to fall in love with Superman because you really get every shade of him. Um,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
and I think outside of the comics, Smallville is the truest interpretation of the character. I
Yeah.
I think all of the other interpretations have like pieces. Um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I guess you could add in Superman Lois too. Because
So, okay. That was another one I was going to say.
I feel like that's really true to the character as well. But
Yeah, that was
talking about like the movies, I think each movie has like a piece of it, but they don't like have the whole
mhm.
thing. Um, uh,
Yeah.
and before anybody gets carried away, Christopher Reeve is Superman. He just
Yeah,
is.
unequivocally. I mean, there is no one that is Superman in the way that he's Superman.
Yeah,
He's just is. I don't know how. There's no other way to explain it.
yeah, and like I fully believe that if like Christopher Reeve like wrote and directed, his own Superman movie in like in 2025, if he was like the same age or whatever, that would be the Superman movie. Um,
Yeah.
but there were like specific limitations,
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
but also like the ability to explore Superman through like 20 episode seasons and 10 seasons. I think uh, I think that's the perfect way to tell the story of Superman is
Mhm.
through like serialized storytelling. I mean comics.
Yeah.
It's it's just it's comics. And especially like I think with like Jonathan Kent. Um, I
So good.
think the death of Jonathan Kent does not hit as hard in anything else because you don't get to spend any time with him. Like in
Really so hard not to make a joke right now about this.
you can do it about Man of Steel, Superman the movie, what have you. I mean, like Superman the movie, you get to spend like 2 scenes with him.
You
Um,
know what's sad about that?
what
Never mind, never mind. I'm
what
trying not to be a hater, but
what are you gonna say?
I feel more upset when Jonathan dies in Superman the movie than if we
Well,
spend like 10
I
times the time
I
with him in Man of Steel.
yeah, I think the thing is like the actor that plays Jonathan Kent in Superman the movie just feels kinder and more endearing. Kevin Costner is kind of
He's so endearing so quickly.
Kevin Costner's just kind of scary. Um,
Yeah,
because like I understand that a lot of the lines that he says are directly from the comics. You know, like
yeah, and
the like
they're good.
secret origin or whatever. But uh, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's not delivered right. Maybe it's not. Maybe like they weren't like edited together right. Whatever. But whatever it is, I do not trust that man at all.
I think it just comes down to he's not.
He's
When I think of Jonathan Kent, it's like a soft, gentle
yeah. He needs to be warm.
person.
He needs to be. He
He
need,
feels very cold.
he needs to be this guy you feel like you can go to him about anything.
Yeah,
But also like on the flip side, what something I really value about Smallville is they do not care about letting him, go like uh clobber somebody real quick. And I don't know why that hits so hard for me, but like the fact that we have so much footage of Jonathan Kent rocking somebody, it just means something to me. It means something to me.
oh man, no, you're right. I agree.
Like,
That's
none of the other Jonathan Kents have like scenes upon scenes of beating people up, and clearly that's the reason they are not as good as John Schneider.
oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because he's a farm boy, so he's ready to go, you know, go fist to fist for his family.
Side note, the new Jonathan Kent is also very warm and endearing.
That makes me happy. That makes me happy.
Yes,
I yeah, that's the core. That's the core of Jonathan Kent. He's the safest man for Superman.
yes,
And
uh,
if you don't have that, you don't have anything.
yeah,
Like the only
yeah.
reason that
It's
Superman is able to be a safe person for us is because Jonathan Kent was a safe person first.
yeah. I think I think the biggest because obviously Jonathan Kent in Smallville can be a hard dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
But in Kevin Costner's Jonathan never does any of that. He's just feels colder
I th-
anyway.
I think
I
part
think
of it. I think it's kind of two things, and after this, we will stop. We will stop the Man of Steel criticism train.
yes, yes, yes. I
Um,
do still like Man of Steel. I promise. I do like this movie.
um, but I think it's two things. I don't. I think maybe just Kevin Costner was not the right pick. Um,
Yeah,
because he did not have it. Um, and two, uh, he's a very expository character.
yeah,
There's no there's no scenes that are just scenes to build character.
yeah.
Um, but that's what
The only time I would say we see that is when he's looking, literally just looking at the young Clark wearing the Superman cape,
yeah, yeah,
and that's the very end of the film.
that's really the only one that hits for me
Yeah.
for that character. But also like
Now Martha, on the other hand,
Martha is like
I love Martha.
100 times chemistry with both Kid Clark and Henry Cavill.
Absolutely.
She's great. She's great.
In all the movies, I think she was fantastic.
Yeah. Um. So why didn't they get someone who worked with her?
Yeah. Like I think out of like everything, that's one of my favorite scenes is when she's talking to Clark, having all senses come in.
Mm-hmm.
When she's talking to him through the door, I think that's one of my favorite scenes in the film.
Yeah, I agree. That I think that like whole I think the whole first half before he's Superman is pretty strong.
Yeah, I would
Um.
say it's pretty strong. I literally think the weakest part of the first half is Jonathan. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think
can
everything else is
can we just
very strong.
can we just add in John Schneider? Though.
Because you know what's funny? John Snyder could absolutely deliver the same lines, and I would feel differently. I
Yeah.
don't.
And then there's the problematic part of it, which is that John Schneider is like crazy. He's just a little bit crazy. Sadly, um,
Which is a shame.
it
But
it is really a shame because he is the best person to ever play Jonathan Kent.
mm, yeah, that's all right. I mean,
Also,
they're
also,
getting crazy every day.
also speaking of like crazy, I just saw a post talking about the like I think it was like the Val Zod project or like Calvin Ellis, whichever
Yeah,
Superman
yeah.
that Michael
I
B.
know exactly
Jordan.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, David Zaslav was just like, it's too woke,
It's too woke.
brother.
Oh
This is one of
god.
your projects. This project is going on at your company. Also, like, why do you continue to suck?
He doesn't know anything else.
I
That's
just
all he does is
you
talk.
know if he was a good businessman, that would be one thing, but he isn't. You
He's not
know.
even that.
Uh. Also, like, I just think a general rule with any CEO of like these studios, you should not talk on movies at all. You can talk on
Yeah,
business, but you can't talk on movies because you don't care about movies. You care about
no,
money.
they don't.
Um,
Yeah.
so you just don't deserve to talk about it.
I feel like the only time I've ever seen someone like a higher up talk about like their product that doesn't feel completely disjointed is Bill Roseman.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
He's
I
like the only one,
I
and even then you could feel it.
there used to be, you know, there used to be these guys back in the day that were like, very, uh, we need to uphold artists making great films because, artists making great films makes a lot of money. Um,
Yep. And then nepotism
like,
happened.
what's his name? Bob. Um, there was a guy back in like the 70s or whatever at like Paramount. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's Bob something. But he was a very good advocate for artist driven films. And yes, he did like money, but also he put artists first. And that's something It's something I can deeply respect.
Yeah,
Um, when you kind of step out of the way and and say, I support you. Uh, you know, you're gonna make me a lot of money, and that's because you're really good at your job.
yeah,
Like that's something I can respect out of these stupid CEOs. Um, but nobody's doing that
yeah.
anymore, so that's where we're at right now.
They say, I know what they want.
they
They
want
want to make spin-off movie.
they want
Sorry.
multiverse movies, and they want spin-offs, and they want 8-episode events.
And they love AI. They love it so much. Wait, hang on. I gotta do my shrinking
Yeah,
voice
yeah,
now.
you're channeling
They love AI. They love it so much.
man. I hate that man with my every fiber of my being.
You know,
It is
it's
mind
like
it is
I
mind-boggling.
love making fun of him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love making fun of him. It's great. It
it
makes me happy.
yeah it is
It's
it
one
is
of the few joys in life.
it does fill me with joy. Um,
You're just like we have to endure him at the
yeah.
same time.
Hopefully um we get a chance at a different guy. I say that with a chuckle, but I also say that with pure terror.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, well, I gotta say, back on Superman. This movie is fascinating. It is one of the most different things I've ever seen
Yeah,
out of the superhero genre.
let's
Genuinely, it's so different and yet so familiar in a good way.
yeah. There's
Um,
I think that speaks to the best ones. Like an
yeah,
element of familiarity, but like uniqueness at the same time.
it's weird to think how much of this movie though has never happened in a Superman film before.
Yeah,
Like it's really strange how much of this movie hasn't happened in a Superman film before because it feels so much of it is so integral to the character. You'll
yeah.
see what I mean, I think, when you watch it. It's very, very interesting. I don't really know how to describe it.
There's a there's a specific choice in the movie. I don't know what the choice is. I'm sure I'll know it when I see it. But I've heard there's a choice that will be divisive. Um, so
Yes,
I'm very
there
curious.
absolutely is.
I'm I'm definitely very curious to see how I'm gonna like it. I really hope I love it.
Yeah.
I do not understand people who go into the movies hoping to hate something.
I
Um,
will say, go into this choice with an open mind. I know the initial reaction because I think that everyone's initial reaction to it is like, why? But the payoff of making that choice, I feel, is worth it in the end, especially on repeat viewing. But that doesn't necessarily mean you'll end up liking the decision. but you may like the decision in the end. I'm not sure.
I'm
Um,
definitely very curious. I think I'm a pretty um I think I'm a pretty understanding film viewer. I I don't
yeah,
easily hate things. I don't think. Uh,
no, you don't.
Especially after my revision journey of Snyder's movies. I I think I'm a I think I'm a very generous uh, consumer of art. At least I try to
Yeah,
be.
it's the trying that matters. Well, there goes
Sure.
our dogs. That's a winter dog in the back. One of two.
One of two.
Um, one of two.
One of two.
One of two. Nothing crazy. What was I saying?
It is. It is.
Yeah,
It is kind of.
there's
It is bonkers how many views we've had. I don't usually have this many
how many
views.
views have we had?
Like 22 views so far.
Oh, really? Huh?
I don't usually get
That's
that many
impressive,
views
actually.
for a
How
live.
many viewers do we have right now,
Um, we probably have like one. We have two.
though? Yeah, not bad. One of them's me.
we had like four a couple times.
Oh, no, it's down to one. Oh, no, that one is me. That's okay. Um, yeah, no, I think they're, hmm, hmm, it's a very, it's such a big change from really any Superman thing we've seen before, outside of maybe Superman animated series, oddly enough.
That's something I've heard a lot too. A lot of Superman the Animated Series comparisons, some JLU comparisons,
Mm-hmm.
uh, some post crisis comparisons. Um, so
Yeah,
I'm very curious. I know little to nothing about the movie, so I'm very excited.
yeah.
Excited.
I hope I'm doing okay at not saying too much, but well, still saying enough. Hopefully,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
I don't know.
you're doing good, especially compared to like uh Twitter users. They they are not
Yeah,
careful at all. I
no,
haven't had
no, not in
any
this movie.
I haven't had anything spoiled thankfully, but I'm sure there are plenty of people who are not that lucky.
Yeah,
Though
I mean, I've seen the movie pretty much. So.
though dude, like I know one girl who's seeing it like at least like I think they're seeing it like four times back to back.
Oh, God,
So
that's so fun. Well,
if they don't like it, I'm gonna feel sorry for them.
so why are you torturing yourself if you don't like it? Oh, that would be so funny. But just watching it just because. You know, I will say,
I am gonna end up watching it again next week probably.
yeah, I am too. We have another day set up on like Thursday. Well, me and my friends are gonna go down and watch it. This weekend's gonna be with my parents,
Oh nice.
so yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. I'm very interested to see how my second viewing is gonna be.
Well,
I
yeah,
will say,
didn't you say that people were saying second viewing is a lot better?
yes, people are saying that people that love the first viewing love the second viewing even more.
I mean, like,
People that
to be
thought
fair,
meh about the first viewing,
I think an element that affects first viewings a lot is undue expectations.
mm-hmm.
Like people expect a movie to be the movie in their head, not the movie it is.
Yeah,
Um, I don't really
that is
do
that is big. Yeah,
I don't really do that personally. Um, because I'm better than you. Just kidding. I'm
I'm better than you.
I'm
You
better
just
than you.
don't get it. Yeah, I would agree with that. Definitely. Um, I also think there's an element of sometimes it's good to know what's coming
Yeah,
because what's great about second viewings is picking up on things you might have missed or having
that's
added
true.
context of where it ends up and why this choice that they made
Plus
works.
then you can look at the big picture of like the full story because you know what's gonna happen, so you can
Exactly.
like piece everything together.
Yes.
Plus, like it's statistically proven that you know you
Flying is
you
the
will
safest way to travel.
you will probably enjoy a movie more when you know everything that happens than when you're going in blind. Now,
Yeah.
am I advocating for people to spoil movies to everybody? Sure. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm being facetious. Don't go and do that. Definitely don't implicate me on that. I did not tell you to do that.
And why? Yeah. Yeah. I remember seeing that study. I'm inclined to agree to an extent. I think surprises are great, but being able to see a story for its entirety is also very important.
Yeah, and also you know, I'm being two faced because I love being surprised,
Mm-hmm.
but I also believe that sometimes you will enjoy something more because you know everything that happens. That's why I rewatch
Yeah.
movies to ad nauseum every time. Well, unless I don't like the movie, obviously. I'm not a masochist. Yeah,
Well,
at least I don't think I am.
well, well,
I mean, you can be the judge of that.
I would, I would,
You've known me for 5 years.
yeah, yeah. I mean, say overall, I'm not a complete masochist, but there's some tendencies.
That's fair.
Don't worry, I have them too. Um, I will say about this movie, I don't feel like there's any crazy surprise. There's a couple, but like I don't think the movie's like super full, like chock full of surprises, like at every turn. Um, which, to be honest with you, is kind of nice because as nice as it is to like want to be surprised by a movie and stuff like that, sometimes it's also nice to just enjoy it.
I agree. Also, like not every movie has to be a roller coaster.
No. Now this movie is still a roller coaster. It's just
Like when I say roller coaster, I mean like uh, to quote the overly quoted, Martin Scorsese or whatever. Um, the like
oh yeah,
the
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. I mean,
theme park or whatever. Not every
oh
movie
yeah, yeah,
needs to be a theme park. Um, and that's not like a slight against Marvel movies or whatever. I don't really fully buy into the whole, you know, Marvel isn't art or whatever. Um, but there is,
yeah. I feel like it can apply sometimes, but
you know,
I don't think it's like a general rule.
you can only see the No Way Home pause for laughter so many times before you start to ask questions.
Yeah, which sucks because the movie's good
hmm
when you don't factor that in.
Yeah,
Yeah, that movie is very much a COVID movie. You can tell.
it's true.
It's weird because there's like this weird feeling to movies that came out during that time. The Batman has it on in the third act.
What would you say that is for
For
the Batman?
I would say around um, the what's it called the flood.
What spot specifically?
I don't know
I'm curious. I haven't thought about this before.
specifically in the Raptors. There's
Interesting.
something that feels very different about the Raptors from the rest of the movie that I haven't been able to really put my finger on.
That's not something I've thought about, but that's interesting.
It's like
Do you think it's intentional or like on accident?
that's the thing. I don't know. And I don't think it's bad. I can feel like I feel something's influenced this that wasn't expected, and I
Like,
know what it is because of when it came out.
are you more speaking to the when he cuts the wire and he's like going down? Because
And just kind of the whole sequence
I could buy that
because
because you know
yeah.
it's a very like triumphant moment.
Hmm. And mostly it's like the visual style of the film, like the way it's shot and everything. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
true.
It's hard to put my finger on, but there's this feeling I'm like, this is COVID. It's what it makes me think of, and I don't know why.
It's an
Now,
interesting beast
most of the
though.
movie doesn't. Yes, I would say No Way Home feels more that way though, by far.
Yeah,
Um,
because I mean, there's just it's hard to compare the Batman and No Way Home because they come from very different production processes.
very different.
Yeah.
Polar opposite, actually. I would argue,
Yeah, it was
but yeah.
it would be very controversial to even talk about those movies in the same breath.
Don't worry. The only thing connecting them is the era.
I'm
Yeah.
trying not to be a hater.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard not to just have a little jokey joke here and there about something fake.
It's true.
Actually, another thing about this Superman movie, it feels to Superman what the Batman felt to Batman.
That does make me feel good. Um, I obviously don't know yet, but it's what
It absolutely feels that way to
it's what
me.
I hope for.
Good. Yeah.
Because
It,
I think the Batman is kind of the ideal of how to make a comic book movie, and not like in tone, but like
yeah.
the kind of verisimilitude. Um,
Hmm.
It like Batman, the Batman gets Batman more than any other Batman movie in live action.
Right.
In live action, I should make that stipulation because Batman Mask the Phantasm and Return of the Joker, Batman Beyond Return of the Joker are the Batman movies. Um,
Oh yeah. 100%.
but yeah, the Batman just gets the character so hard, and I think that should be the ideal of any comic book movie is doing your homework and getting at the heart of that character, no matter who it is, and also like
Yeah.
like supreme quality kind of thing. That
Yeah.
it's just a really quality movie, and um, that's what comic book movies should be. They should just be good movies,
Hmm.
which is like
Yep.
crazy idea.
Yeah. I it. Mm, I will say another thing. When I say they feel like the same in terms of like obviously in relation to their character, it's really interesting to see how different and how similar they are in because of that. There's a strange similarity that they have while also being polar opposites. And that comes down to exactly what I feel when I read Superman and Batman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really cool to see. Like there's this level of sincerity
Mm,
that I feel like we haven't really
I think since
gotten with those characters
I think
before the movie.
yeah, I think sincerity is kind of the word because um we are in a specific moment, with these movies. Um
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not pointing any fingers, but it feels like everything needs to be like postmodern and jokey and you know cynically like humorous,
Mm-hmm.
but
Which is not to say that Superman isn't
yeah,
doesn't have a lot of jokes.
like
It definitely has a lot of jokes.
I don't I'm not trying to outlaw humor, but
Right? Yeah.
there needs to be a an element of like drama and taking these characters seriously and you know acting like these people are real human beings,
Mm-hmm.
who don't make jokes every 5 seconds.
You know, I think the best way to compare this is Guardians of the Galaxy versus Justice League.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Because like Guardians of the Galaxy, like there's definitely a narrative around James Gunn right now that he's like a very like comedic guy, but like Guardians of the Galaxy is a
Which is
is a pretty serious movie.
yeah, because yes, they're funny. They're funny as hell.
Yeah, but
But
there's an element of seriousness
when I
to
tell you that scene at the end when they're holding the Power Stone
yes,
at the end of the first movie,
yes.
my it's one of my favorite scenes in any comic book movie.
And
Like genuinely,
well,
I love that scene.
I rewatched Guardians of the Galaxy on Mother's Day.
Oh yeah,
And yeah,
dang.
that ending always gets me like in the feels.
That's so good. The whole trilogy, like between his mom Yondu and Rocket, I I don't know. I just it hits for me.
I need to rewatch 3 sometime soon.
Yeah,
I don't think my dad has seen it, so I should show it to him.
You know, also has a lot of sincerity. Thunderbolts.
Oh, it's true. That's true. That
That was very sincere.
that was a really surprising movie. I mean,
It really was.
I told you how much I love that movie. And uh I won't divulge the plans that erupted out of watching that movie, but um uh but yeah, I we just give us more superhero movies that care.
Yeah, which
At the end of the day, that's all it is.
yeah, I would say that I feel like looking back in terms of like sincerity sake, um, the I would say the very first Superman movie was the most sincere out of Superman movies till now.
Mm,
Um, and then I would say we didn't really get anything completely sincere until Spider-Man 1.
that's true. Yeah.
Because even like, as much as we like to gush about, you know, Batman Forever, it did still have that corporate interference that kind of
Yeah, it's true.
washed some of the sincerity away, which is very unfortunate because you can tell it would have been just absolutely overflowing with sincerity.
It's true. I and also like I wouldn't call, you know, I'm not a Nolan hater, but I would
Yeah,
not call the Dark Knight trilogy sincere.
no,
It
they're
feel
good.
it feels very scared of itself.
It's very cynical.
Yeah. And I think after Batman Begins, it doesn't want to be a comic book movie.
Yeah, I would say Batman Begins is probably the most sincere feeling out of the three.
I agree. I um Fun fact, I talked about it um in my video covering all the full cinematic history of Batman, which I did last year, kind of relating to like the future of Batman in the DCU and, the Batman 2. Uh and I think some people were mad that the Nolan section was so short. Um and, maybe I'll revisit that at some point, but like I'm kind of at a point with those movies. Um, Not like I don't hate the movies or anything. The Dark Knight is incredible. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Batman Begins is a lot of fun in a lot of ways. Um, you know, The Dark Knight Rises is The Dark Knight Rises. Um, I'm just I feel like I've kind of outgrown that part of my like
Yeah,
superhero journey or whatever.
yeah,
That again, I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't like. Um, but
right. Yeah,
it's definitely not for me anymore.
no.
Um,
I'll still watch them and I'll still enjoy them when I watch
yeah,
them,
and
but I want more than
like
that.
honestly, for a while now, uh, I think everybody has their Christopher Nolan phase or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, and I still think he's a talented guy, but he's never gonna be at like the top of my list of directors. Just like
Right.
being straight up. Um, uh, yeah, I didn't mean for that to be a Christopher Nolan hate train, but
Yeah. Well, I mean,
um,
it's not. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just an honesty about what you prefer at this
yeah,
point.
it's just yeah, I've just I feel like I've just kind of outgrown that a little bit. Um,
Yeah.
but I will see Superman by James Gunn tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, I'm very happy to report that. No matter how you feel, I can guarantee it feels sincere. Like all the characters feel like the characters. David Cornswet absolutely is Superman. Like there's no way around it, and it's kind of immediate very quickly too. Like you just feel it, you know. You feel it, you know it.
It's
That's all
great.
there's to it.
I love that.
Same with Rachel Brosnan. She is fantastic as Lois.
They have so
She's
much
up there with
chemistry.
Erica.
They have so much
Oh
chemistry.
my lord, they have so much chemistry. It's insane.
Also, did you see the did you see the Superman advertisement like on social media with Nicholas Holt in Superman's underwear? Did you see that?
Oh no, I want to see it. Show me.
um,
Really?
uh, let me see if I can find it. I'll send you on Instagram. It's the most lore accurate Lex moment. Okay, I just sent it to you.
Oh no. You know, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
It's just it's such a bold choice.
Oh my.
I'm not gonna lie, the marketing campaign for this movie has been incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, it really has. Like I can't lie about that. You know, you know what's fascinating to me?
What?
Lois and Clark.
Are we talking about the show or the
Yes,
characters?
yes, the
Okay.
show. It's a fascinating because it's similar to the fact that Dean Cain appeared in Supergirl.
Yeah.
Those shows do not represent his views in the slightest.
No. No.
It's very odd.
He's a he's an interesting fellow.
Very interesting fellow.
Like, bro, you played Superman, and now you're complaining about uh, Superman being
He was
an
in
immigrant.
yeah, he was in Supergirl, and he's complaining about woke.
Well, I think I I think yeah I think it was very deliberate that he didn't like that he like stopped showing up in Supergirl
Mm-hmm.
because
I'm sure it was.
he was getting a little crazy. Um,
Yeah.
though like all of the other
Oh,
all the other like
okay.
Superman like cameo characters were still there because
Mm-hmm.
all the rest of them were normal. Like Helen. Is it Helen Slater? Is that her name? The
Um.
one who played Supergirl in the '80s.
mm, yes. Yes, that was her.
Yeah, she's great.
Oh.
And then
Okay.
you had like
Sorry.
Erica Durance as um Zora
Yes.
as Kara's mom,
Come on. Yeah.
which was a recasting, which is funny.
Yeah. I thought that was weird too. I was like, huh. I'm okay with it, but okay. Side note. I just got to gush about the last shot of this. Okay. The last shot in the first post credit scene, nothing crazy, but those shots just fill me with happiness. They just fill me with joy. Can't stress that enough. It's just joy.
Do you want to know what time I'm watching it tomorrow?
What? What time?
When I was buying the tickets, um, I just saw I saw the time 9:55. Um,
Mm.
logically, I thought it was 9:55 p.m. It was not. So I'll be watching it
Oh,
at 9:55 in the morning.
um, yeah. Okay.
I just don't watch a lot of movies in the morning. Um,
Yeah.
so it'll be
Wow,
interesting.
that's so cool.
I'm glad it's
Well, hopefully
sooner.
you're ready.
I'm glad it's sooner though.
True. That's in less than 12 hours, man.
It's true. I'm
Um,
I'm
I
very
just saw
excited.
this. How do you feel about Neb? Do you know Neb?
Yeah, Neb's good takes or whatever.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of sagas with that fellow. With Croc, the the military guy who's been doing photo shoots uh, of his military things, and then they got Discord divorced. This is not to make light of anything. I'm very I'm very sorry for what they went through. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not very likely that either of them are watching this stream, but
Yeah. He's at the end of the day, he's got lore, right?
yeah.
They got lore. Um, so here's a post he posted today.
Are you sending it to me?
I'm just going to read it out.
Okay.
It was 1 hour ago. He says, I 100% understand the reactions to claiming that Superman is an anti Israel Hollywood superhero blockbuster for obvious reasons, but it genuinely does have blatant anti Israel messaging.
It's very curious. I um because like James Gunn kind of deliberately was like um and this didn't really make sense to me because it's not true. He was like, when we wrote that the conflict was not going on, and I'm like,
I think,
it's been going on since like
yeah,
1945.
I think, I feel like a lot of people,
A lot of people think it
we,
started on October 7th,
yes,
which is blatantly false.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it has been going on since
very,
1945.
yeah, and it's also anti, it, it becomes anti ice naturally.
Yeah. I mean, just by proxy.
He says the messaging in the movie is flawed, particularly regarding immigration. That's unfortunate. And there's more to activism than watching superheroes, but it's there and it's worth discussing. The quotes won't see this anyway, but I'm also not claiming that this makes James Gunn a perfect mega-based anti-Zionist king either. I'm only claiming the messaging is present in the film.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it should be surprising that James Gunn has subtext in his movie because, like,
Mm-hmm.
the Suicide Squad is pretty,
I will say
pretty,
it's not.
is pretty political. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, and
I,
no, I am not saying that your mainstream blockbuster movie is going to be radical. It's just not. I think to expect that is kind of foolhardy. Um, because I don't. believe that is a
They have too
I,
many
I,
variables within business, unfortunately.
yeah, I don't believe that's ever going to be a possibility. Um, Especially considering the I hate to pull the military industrial complex card, but yeah. um,
Yeah. I will say it's more blatant than you would expect.
I
I
I
was actually
I'm
shocked.
I'm definitely very curious because Zane said the exact same thing. Um,
Did they see it?
yeah, Zane's seen it. Um, and he said it was like it was very, you know, uh, very anti-Israel. Um, so if he's saying it, you're saying it. We'll see.
Yeah. It's one of those things you're like, I wasn't expecting. Okay, I won't say anything, but let's just say I wasn't expecting what direction it takes. But I also was, in a weird way. Well, I wasn't expecting it. I don't even know how to describe it, but let's just say there's more to it than we were expecting. I don't know. And how did Zane feel about it? I haven't heard his thoughts on it at all. So,
Oh, I think he said like 8.5 to 9 out of 10. So
wow,
like
that's crazy, especially considering he's so critical of it at the beginning.
yeah, he was very critical
That's
of James Gunn like as the potential director. Um, but
that's nice to hear.
yeah,
It spoke to him in some way.
I think the fact that Zane likes it gives me a lot of confidence that it will be good.
Yeah. What are you trying to say? I was just messing with you.
I think we should I think we should begin to wrap this up. Um,
Yeah. How
because
long we good go this far?
I need to
An hour and a half?
I need to eat food.
Same.
I
As do I.
It was really funny because I literally just came home from work from like a 7 hour shift of customer service, which is really
Oh,
the greatest thing there is. Truly,
oh yeah.
you know,
So good.
that's what you live your life for. Um, you know, Serving the worst of society. Um,
Can we plug issue 2 at the end?
oh, absolutely. I
Yeah.
I will say though, I was like I was I was disassociating like crazy today. It
Oh no.
was crazy. It was not even like a thing like I expected or whatever, but it was, let's just say the shift was a struggle because I could not focus on people at all.
Yeah.
But there are things to plug. Um,
There are things.
not the least of them. Prodigy issue 2. Do you want to go do your monologue about Silver Starling?
I have a monologue. I don't know that I have a monologue.
Go do your
Was
monologue.
that he's awesome. I hope. I hope everyone likes him a lot. He's on the cover of this issue, and our good friend Jaden Navarro. He's an absolute legend,
It's true.
and is been crushing it with the art on this. Um, hey, you should like put that as the new shot for the live stream for the last 10 seconds.
If I can.
Gotta get that full plug. Yeah, if you can. It might be difficult. Oh,
Let's see. Oh my gosh, this is. I need to unlarge this.
eh,
I don't know if it's live yet, but if it's live, you'll see me uh edit uh unsizing this again and again until it's right.
now I see it. It's live now. Jeez, I really do have bad echo. My God.
Okay, there it is. That's the cover.
It'll take a few seconds. Um, well, I can't see it yet, but you guys can. Whoever's watching this.
Yeah, they should be.
Uh, um, um, I'm my brain's shutting down because of the background noise. Anyway, uh,
Yeah, it's visible.
sweet.
Um.
Um,
Okay. Yeah. Like. Go follow Prodigy Uni. On Twitter. Um. Go follow Prodigy Comics 52 on Instagram. Yes, this was secretly all a ruse to get you to read our comic. Um,
yes, yes, it is.
I mean, but like for real, if you love Superman, if you love comics, if you love superheroes in general, um, you'll love Prodigy Comics because it is a comic made in the tradition of the very comic that birthed Superman out into the world, which is Action Comics, which was an anthology that featured a bunch of different characters, not just the guy on the cover, not just Mister Action, um, but
Imagine they called Superman Mr. Action.
um, I mean it's not Hope Comics, guys. Um, but yeah, if you love Superman, you'll love Prodigy Comics, so go check it out. Um, I promise I am working on videos for this channel. It's a very long one. And hopefully you guys like it. I mean, if you guys don't like it, I'm gonna cry. You don't want me to cry, do
You guys
you?
better like it.
You don't want
You
me
guys
to
better like it.
cry. I mean,
Trust
like,
me, you better like it.
don't tell me, don't tell me that you want me to cry if you want me to cry. I don't really want to know that. Um, do you have any passing words before we shut down the stream?
Uh, Superman, awesome. The character, awesome. Please check out Prodigy Comics Issue 2, featuring the first appearance of the Silver Starling, as well as new stories, including, but not limited to, Sagittarius Issue 2, The Cursed Issue 2, and so much more, including our little special guest that we didn't reveal until the comic came out, Magnifica.
It's true. It's true. That was a funny thing for me and Zane. Um, that we used her so much in promotion, and we got to our goal like halfway through the fundraiser. So we were like, let's throw her in. Let's throw her in.
There's something about her. She just really catches your eye. I don't know.
It's true. It's true.
Um,
There's a magic to her.
it is. It is a lot of magic. Magic, and not. I don't know why. She's just awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you can fall in love with your own characters, but you just do. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an alchemy to that. Well, I'm terrible at
Oh, man.
at ending a
It happens.
stream, but you know, go watch Superman. Uh, I mean, if you don't, I'm not your dad. Uh, but like, it would be cool. Um,
Yeah, it would be
Superman.
great
Superman
because
is cool. Um, if it's a good movie, I'd like to see more movies like it. Um, yeah. Go.
and remember,
Um,
Superman is cool. And remember, Superman is cool. And if it's a good movie, I'd like to see more movies like it. Um, yeah,
go.
and
Um,
remember,
Yeah, what were you
Being
say you're saying?
good, your choices, your actions, that's what makes you who you are. Do your best to be good, and
Nice.
with great power comes great responsibility and all that good stuff. I'm out. Excelsior.
Excellent way to end. Look up, guys.